Welcome back everyone to Unity of Command, and this time we'll be looking at Army Group South. And there's a lot of troops involved in this scenario, so it's gonna be long and it's hopefully gonna be fun as well. It's gonna be about 9 turns as well. So far we've done pretty well, so let's continue that. Resume play of the scenario. Wait, I was already playing the scenario. Okay, so let's resume it. And yes, Army Group South is going to be the advance towards Kiev and Uman. Although Uman Pocket is going to be the next one, so no, it's going to be the advance towards Odessa, really. And then there's going to be the Uman Pocket scenario. We'll be looking at 4 different scenarios to go from this free scenario lineup that we had earlier. So it's going to be interesting, and there's going to be a lot of stuff. Now, can I bring up the info screen? Briefing. Okay. June 22nd, 1941. Army Group South sends ready to cross the border into the areas of Poland and Romania recently annexed by the Soviets. Taking advantage of the Soviet forward deployment, the goal is to destroy a large number of Soviet units in their place before proceeding with the reconquest of the resource-rich Ukraine. The conquest of the resource-rich Ukraine. Although, if we count 1918, I guess it's a reconquest. Destroy the Soviet forces around Lvov in the center, while striking for Zhytomyr and the Dniester bridges on the flanks. 9 turns for victory, 7 turns for decisive victory, so a little bit earlier this time, not 8, actually 7. And then the brilliant victory is going to be to capture every objective on time. Several units on the Lvov axis will arrive on turn. Oh, this is the scenario notes. We haven't had any so far, but it just tells us important information that we may have to know about these things. Several units on the Lvov axis will arrive on turn 2. These units can be deployed directly at Lvov or Tarnopol as soon as these cities are captured. This is possible due to the captured rolling stock from the Reichsbahn gauge conversion yard at Przemysl. Okay. Reichsbahn gauge conversion yard. Capture rolling stock. Okay. So we are going to get reinforcements at turn 2 at Lvov, which is here in the west. Capture Lvov as early as possible to assure supply for the forces further east. And then Ravno in central, sort of western central Ukraine. Ravno is also going to be at turn 2 objective. I'm not sure how it's possible to take Ravno on turn 2, but we'll try. I'm really not sure how it's going to be possible. And then we're going to have the next objective be Tarnopol. Okay. Lvov on turn 2 should be easy enough, though. So let's start focusing on that. We have an... Okay, so looking at the terrain map, we have a bridge here on the Buk River, and another bridge down in the south. Our 2 panzer divisions, actually we have 4 panzer divisions lined up at the Buk. And one of them might have to help in the capture of Lvov. Yep. So the southern one, the 13th Panzer, will help in the capture of Lvov. And the other 3 Panzer divisions will be trying to head towards Ravno. But we're going to have to break through this NKVD regiment that's holding the bridge. So I think an air attack there might be important. So, oh, -1 odds. Why? Because they're entrenched? Yes, because they're entrenched. But everyone is entrenched, so it doesn't matter. And that completely failed. Good. So let's start our attacks. And let's cycle out the units that aren't doing all that well. Free suppression. Excellent. That means that the bridge is going to be ours for the taking. And that means that, okay, we need to take out these next Soviet divisions. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a big mistake. Hold on. So we're going to do this, right? And we're going to do this because we need to use this engineer unit, engineer-equipped infantry division, the 44th, to destroy the entrenchment on these guys. And then that's going to mean a easy kill, hopefully. Yes. It's going to mean an easy kill if this infantry division moved up to support. And that means that now my panzers can advance on through. Of course, it would be nice if I could also remove this obstacle from the south, the 124th Rifle Division, but I don't think I can. I'm going to try everything, though. No. Doesn't look like I'll be able to. None of these men look fit to do that. In the meantime, we'll destroy this other division up north, which is going to allow the 16th Panzer to move through and eliminate some enemy forces in the region. That's also going to allow my other troops, such as the security division and this infantry division, to help out with this Soviet tank division. Free suppression, that's excellent. So we're going to move up our Panzer, and that's going to allow us to capture Lutsk, or near enough to make no matter. And that's going to be actually excellent, because now we have a bit of an easier route into the Soviet interior. Of course, we still have the problem of this guy kind of limiting my movements. But in the meantime, we can advance with this Panzer division. And in terms of supplies, we don't have the control of the railway. Now we do. So all of our men are going to be supplied. We need to try to avoid... He should not be able to cut the railroad, but... yeah, no, he should not be able to, but oh well. We're going to have to leave the 13th Panzer in the Lvov region, because otherwise we're not going to have enough sort of punching power to get the city on turn 2. Their job is going to be first off to destroy this. Oh, only 1 KIA. That was disappointing. Their first job was to destroy this H tank division, but they failed at it. So now we're going to have to rely on big infantry assaults to punch through the 41st Rifle Division to then clear out the forest. Good. This division does not have enough movement points to move to the forest, so we're going to move on along with this guy. That's very close to death for him. And we can't really push on through and destroy them with this guy because he's out of movement. And because this cavalry division is still around. We also have the 1st Gebirgsjäger, which is going to be destroying you, unfortunately getting no overruns. Then we're going to move along and try to plow on through some of these secondary Soviet divisions. 1 KIA, that's fine. We're going to move in the 97th Jaeger. Wow, this guy is extremely resilient. I'm moving the 100th Jaeger, and he's still not dead. Finally. Then we are going to have... we're going to have the 101st Jaeger division continue to move on, and that's a surround on him, so he's out of the way for a while. That tank division managed to cause me quite a lot of pain and grief, but okay, so who can move on further? We have a motorized division actually that I did not realize was there, so we're gonna have to move the 1st Gebirgsjäger in order to use it. Oh no. We could also move this Jaeger, and you're gonna destroy him. Well, maybe not destroy, but close enough. Do we still have someone that's capable of attacking? No. Some of these divisions are kind of just in place and kind of stuck. So we're gonna have to move things around in order to make it a little bit more organized, and I think that's gonna be fine. Really, this 4-step division, the 257th Infantry, is kind of causing me problems. I'm gonna give engineers to my 13th Panzer Division because they are gonna be attacking the city, and then I'm going to give recon maybe to you. I don't really have a lot of prestige. In my force pool, I'm gonna have a lot of stuff in next turn. So really no problem, and we don't really need to do any bridging, it seems. Not yet, because we've captured the bridges. So we're going to save up our bridging equipment for the next phase. Let's click that. We'll probably get surrounded around here in Lutsk, and I'm not too worried about the things that might happen in Lvov, so that's going to be okay. They're protecting their VPs, obviously, and now they're trying to rotate their forces to have... Oh, right. I had forgotten about the fact that I have a southern front. Oops. Yes, I am very, very smart. There's an entire southern front that I did not manage this entire turn, but I don't think it's going to be that important because that front is really secondary in this scenario. You never really have the capabilities to use that to your best advantage. Oh. Well, okay, they could have continued that attack had they been a little bit smarter. And yes, they surrounded me in the area around Lutsk. But I think I can go ahead and take Rovno this turn. Maybe. I'm not sure, actually. Might be a little bit too dangerous. Oh, we'll see. Might have to defeat those 3 Soviet tank divisions around me before I can do that. And I'll definitely need to retake the control of the railroad around the area, because otherwise I'm not going to have any supplies next turn. Yes, as you can see, there's a lot of divisions that look a little bit weird. That's because they're Romanian. Romanian infantry and cavalry divisions are usually pretty bad. As you can see, they have 1-2 attack stats and defense stats for cavalry, 1-1 for infantry. And here are some Hungarians. So 2-2 for the motorized and 1-1 for the Hungarian cavalry. They're supported by a few German divisions, but in general, the German divisions, as you can see, are much better. 4-3 for the infantry and 4-2 for the Jaegers, and for the Panzers, obviously 9 and 5, so it's a little bit easier. And we also have rains out here. That means that my tanks are going to have a harder time moving into that area. Okay, so target priority is this guy, this 19th Tank Division. We're going to make sure that he is very dead. Okay. We're going to try to use as little of our actual armored force as possible in this battle. That division had to be committed, the 14th. But other than that, I think we can secure the railroad without having too much use of our tanks. His flanking force is now able to move on towards Tarnopol. And then here, we also have to take Zhytomyr later, so having the engineer infantry division in this area is going to be extremely worth. Then you are kind of encircled, so we're going to have an easy way to take you out. And you're going to die. Oh no. Well, you're kind of just blocked off, so it's okay. Really, though, the fact that he's still alive kind of bothers me. But we're going to have to deal with that. We're going to cross that river so that we have a bit of a superior position on him. And then we're going to start chipping away at these divisions. Oh, that was evil, and now I can't move him back. Which is a problem, because I need to get to Rovno. Or not, that's Lvov. I need to get to Lvov with the 13th Panzer Division with the engineers to have a chance to use that division to its best effectiveness. We're going to take that guy out because he's annoying. This division isn't going to do anything useful, so probably we'll just wait on them. And you take a lot of damage. You're going to also take a lot of damage. Right now I'm just trying to destroy some of the frontline divisions. Okay, so now we have a route to Lvov city. And will he be able to get away? I do not know. Well, move the Jaeger in, and he will not have a route out, so that's fine. 2 KIA. And that's going to be the end of that Soviet tank. Oh, this is a problem. Okay, no, not that much of a problem, I think. Breached. Excellent. We can move into the city. with him. Okay, so we got give up on turn 2, which was more than I thought. More than I thought I could do. And that's good. However, we have a problem. These Soviet forces in the southern flank, we need to deal with them. And to do that, the Hungarians are going to be useful. Kind of. As much as the Hungarians could be useful right now. We could use the bridge at Stanislav. And oh, no, never mind. I thought we could use it, but unfortunately we can't. Now we have a lot of divisions that can be deployed. Looks like these guys can be deployed at Tarnopol. But they're Slovakian infantry. They're really not that useful except for holding flanks. They're 1-1. So they're basically on the... Oh god. They're on the level of my security division. And my security division are not good at all. So really, their main job is going to be to hold the flanks against these guys and prevent them from cutting this railroad from the supply source to Lvov. That's the way we're going to use them. Oh, cornered. Nice. That was good. That was really good. So that basically saves my 257th Infantry Division from destruction, or from having to be sacrificed, to be more precise. Good. We also managed to force back the 15th Tank Division, and we can occupy that terrain with who knows what division. Meanwhile, we're going to have you move on to Tarnopol on the far side of the Buk. And then we're going to have to look at the situation near Ravno, which is an interesting situation to say the least. I'm going to try to... Ooh, that's going to mean an overrun. And that's free killed for them. Ooh, that's a problem. That's a big problem. I kind of underestimated that. Oh, and I... Yes, that was a big mistake. That was a very big mistake. I should not have sent this guy here. Now, next turn, he's going to have a 2 turns out of supply modifier, which is going to mean that he cannot attack. That's really bad. In the meantime, in the south, we need to take Mogiliev-Podolsky on turn 5 to establish a bridgehead across the Dniester and turn the flank on the southwestern front. Which is fine, except we don't really have the forces that are going to be able to do that, except for this armor division. We have a 5-2 Romanian armor division. Unfortunately, the armor can't cross the river because of a forest. Who can cross the river that's going to be actually useful? Nobody, it seems. We have some Romanian infantry to hold the flanks, but that's really all about. I think we can take out him, yes. Really, this 15th Motorized Rifle Division is causing me a bit of a headache. So we're going to have to... Ooh, that was really good. And I have to kind of... make sure that we are punishing them accordingly. Good. Now we have a bit of a more open route towards Mogiliev. We could bridge there, but we have another bridge as well, so it doesn't really matter. Our bridging equipment might be more useful, well, never really, on the Dniester actually. Because on the Dniester there's only one bridge near Mogiliev itself. So once we cross the Dniester at some point, we're going to have a bridge somewhere. Then we're going to try to hold the bridgehead here, but I doubt that this will work. I absolutely am certain that the Soviets are going to be able to retake that bridgehead. but we might as well try. And it's only Romanians, so really no problem if we lose them. We could also deploy you around Lvov, the 4th Gebirgsjäger. Yeah, all these people we could deploy around Lvov, but we have no slots for deployment that are free around there. So we might as well deploy them back. The Mobile Brigade has a 2 and 2 stats, which is fine. Could be useful with its additional movement points, and that's an excellent. Yeah, these are all excellent in the deployment that we got. The 113th Infantry Division is really, really going to be useful because of the engineers. So we're going to make sure that we have space for them. This 125th Infantry Division also going to be useful because of their experience. And the Gebirgsjäger are going to be useful as well, because they do have some experience as well. And have I forgotten about anyone this time? Well, some Romanian units, but really that's no problem. So let's see what the Soviets do. Yes, my tank division up here is definitely going to get cut off again. I advanced a little bit too far with them and got, well, kind of punished for it. Or rather, I will get punished for it. And that's basically about it. Just have to eat it. So Soviets there are retreating across the Dniester, but really not going to be up to stop us in any kind of capacity because of our juggernaut of destruction that's coming in through from the west. And from now on, turns are going to be a little bit shorter because of the lack of both our troops and enemy troops. And yeah, look at this guy trying to cut me off, but not really managing to. And they're reinforcing their defenses around Revno. Interesting. Yes, as you can see now, he cannot do anything. Like, that's a problem. The security division can deal with these. Good. Our air attack is going to be expended here in the south to help deal with this tank division out in the open. That's exactly what you use air attacks for, and the infantry division can now retreat a little bit. We're going to cycle out that attack with... Oh, really now? You can't reach there. Well, isn't that bad? Okay. You're going to destroy that NKVD detachment, along with the help of you. Wow, only one guy remaining on that division. And then these men are going to cross the Dniester and start harassing the Soviet supply lines by trying to get to this railroad. That's because the supplies that they have here are getting pretty much entirely getting them from these two rail links. So if we can sever them, then that's going to be nice. You are going to destroy that tank division that caused me so much annoyance, and you're going to take it up now. Breached the defenses. Oh, really now? Well, you can't attack anyway, so just get in the city. And then we're going to use you to destroy all these forces. And then help move around. So that's one rail link gone for them. We're going to make sure that we use our infantry divisions to cover the flanks this time. Good. You're going to advance towards Zhytomyr as well. And the cavalry division is going to be a fairly easy target, it seems. So he's gone. And then we're going to move men in support. In the meantime, we can advance towards Tarnopol with the help of the main juggernaut that's coming in here of Army Group South and Panzer Army. Okay, so here our cavalry is going to be demolished by the Soviet tanks. You're going to also move up north and help with the bridging efforts. And then you're going to help with the flanks. You're going to destroy that Soviet tank division, or not. and then you're gonna get surrounded because your only flank cover is the 5th Romanian Infantry Division, which is horrible. You're gonna pose a threat here, but that's gonna be a hollow threat, so really no problem for the Soviets. Oh, and I kind of overestimated my Hungarian motorized and lost them. Okay. Then we have the main effort to deal with, and then we're gonna have this tank division die. You're gonna also help with the cutting of the rail links, and you're going to cover the flanks for that, preventing the 32nd Soviet tank division from cutting me off, although it seems like I'm already cut off anyway. You're going to try to help the tank division and silence them. And you're going to try to move the front line? No, you cannot. So that was a bit of a mistake. Panzer Division, for now, I'm going to hold them back. I'm going to use my motorized as a main striking force and destroy this Soviet tank division. Then we're going to push on through with my further units. I'll help destroy some of the weaker enemy forces in the region. And I'm going to use the engineer guy to destroy, or hopefully damage you. Good. My main objective right now is to be able to reach Tarnopol, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to do that because the motorized division cannot move away. So we can't deal with the 7th motorized division. Or maybe we can, actually. Good, good, excellent. That opened up some territory for us to exploit. We made a mistake, though. That's gonna bite us in the rear a little bit. We're gonna have to move very cautiously next turn if we want to take Tarnopol for ourselves. Sorry, had a bit of a cough. And yes, these are gonna be the main units participating in that campaign. While all the other ones are going to be holding up the flanks. Okay. Russian? Oh no, that's Slovakia, right. Damn Slavic flags. You can still move up, but that's going to expose your flanks to the 215th Motorized Regiment, or no, division. And have we forgotten about anyone? Nope. Good. So end the turn. And yes, we definitely have the possibility of taking Tarnopol, but we're gonna have to be very cautious with that. With how we move our units. Just a tiny bit of a mistake, and we're gonna have major problems there. Ooh. Okay. So there goes my cavalry. There goes my other cavalry. And I don't think we're going to be able to take Mogiliev on turn 5 because we forgot about those forces in turn 1. So that's, I guess, mea culpa, as the Latins would say. Okay, so that was a very quick turn for the Soviets. It doesn't look like they're getting any reinforcements, at least not for now. Okay, so first off, our first target is this rifle division, 44th Division. We're going to have to deal with them swiftly and efficiently. You're going to deal with that tank. Good. And you're going to help with the... Ooh, free suppression. Excellent. Then I think we are going to be able to definitely take Tarnopol on this turn. Good. Good, 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 good. And you're going to move in. You're going to destroy and overrun everybody around here. Like, absolutely everybody. Because that's going to help us have a bit of a clear shot towards Mogiliev next turn. Even though we're not going to be able to take it, it's going to be a nice shot. Good. Securing our flanks. And now, for the main advance, you're going to cut off these two. I do have a bit of a shortage of forces that can actually do things, but what I do have is enough. Good, he's pretty much done for. Excellent, so our flanks are covered as well. And now I'm just gonna keep trapping this guy. Oh no, I did not want to attack, but I wanted to click on him. 72nd motorized division. What? Why are they not a motorized division? Oh well. Okay, so all of these have moved, I think. Let's think about the north. We have to get to Zhytomyr next turn so that we can take that city. But how? How exactly? Because we seem to have a bit of a problem. This motorized division is blocking our advance. In the meantime, we need to secure the flanks. That's the first order of business. Need to make sure that these Soviet tank divisions and motorized divisions cannot harass us from the rear. And we have really no forces that are available here to destroy him, which is a big issue. And in the meantime, we're going to get across and a bridge there. Next turn, that's going to be important. In the meantime, we're going to advance through the center of this sort of front with my Romanian armor. I appear to be out of Romanian infantry to do my bidding here, so we're going to use him. That's going to cover his flanks as well. Excellent. So we're getting pretty close to our objectives there, but we can't exactly move on them yet. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have used this guy to destroy this 164th Rifle Division, but it didn't. Very smart of me. Okay, so who needs to move? Up here. We also have some units that can move here. Oh, you can destroy him. No. Disappointing. You can destroy him. Very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Okay. So up here, we have the very big problem of this motorized division. So let's deal with that. You're gonna airstrike him. Oh, you didn't get the overrun. That's extremely bad. You're going to destroy him, but you can't do anything else. You're gonna have a very easy time at pecking at those guys. But because we can't sort of push on that, then that's gonna be worthless, and we're not gonna be able to capture Zhytomyr in the next turn. Nor Mogiliev, really. But we're going to be able to get the second victory type, the decisive victory, pretty easily, I think. Okay, completing turn. Perfect. Okay. And now... Wow, you can't attack for whatever reason. Oh no, okay, you can't attack. Good. I'm like, what? Why can't you attack? Of course you can, you idiot. Good. Finally finishing off these guys in our rear. Perfect. Then up here, we can't really do anything, which is sad. I am stupid as hell. Hold on. Oh, you didn't get the overrun. You didn't get the overrun. You didn't get the overrun. Oh, damn it. I thought if I could get one overrun and get to Zhytomyr, then I could have taken it. But, nope. Should have used the airstrike. Should have used the airstrike. I need this guy gone. Good. Breached. You're gonna drive down. You're gonna get the railroad for him. Oh, that was a mistake, because there's mountains here, so he cannot move through those. But that's fine, because these guys are never gonna catch up anyway. Just to be safe, destroy him. Good. You get the overrun. A fucking security division. Huh. Thanks, game. And, oh, you can't do anything because you're out of supplies. Well, that's a very compelling reason. I'll admit that. And next turn, we're going to be able to secure both of our objectives. Good. Let's see what the Soviets do about it. Oh. Okay. He wasn't going to get any supplies anyway, so... Okay, should be easy enough to break through to Zhytomyr this time, because we can actually use our infantry to do something. Oh, you didn't get the overrun. That's sad. Finally, overrun, but a useless one at that. Overrun? Yes. Good. So Zhytomyr is ours. The highway through Zhytomyr is the quickest route to Kiev, the capital of Ukraine. And the other ones, in case you wanted to know, you can read them up here. Now we need to get Magiev Podolsky, which is the last objective. Establish a bridgehead across the Dniester and turn the flank of the southwestern front. Actually, we already talked about that. Good. Wait, why are you so badly supplied? Oh, it's because of this forest that's blocking the supplies. How extremely annoying. Soon enough, you'll get supplies. Like, now. Actually, I'm not quite sure I'm gonna be able to take Magiev Podolsky this turn. I'll definitely try, though. Oh, because of this bridge not being available to us. Now it is. Good. Decisive acts of victory. You earn 250 prestige. Good. Let's continue the campaign. And next part, we're going to have either Estonia, Luga to Leningrad, Smolensk, or Uman Pocket. Now, last time I went with the quickest one, so I think I should keep up that one. The Uman Pocket is the quickest one, but it's going to also be the biggest one. Then Smolensk, then Luga to Leningrad, and then Estonia. Estonia is going to be very small. So actually, should probably start with Estonia. Yeah, I'm going to start with Estonia, then move on to Smolensk. Looks like it's going to be interesting. But then I'm going to move on to Luka to Leningrad, Uman Pocket, and Smolensk. Actually, no. Let's continue the trend of center, north, south. Okay, so Smolensk, Estonia, Luka to Leningrad, Uman Pocket. Looking forward to it. I'll see you then.